talk about hunting in pairs. This was hunting in threes. Nortje, Rabada and Deshpande, and I think that's what they found. Like Rajasthan found a little help when they were bowling. Today, Delhi found a third option to add to Rabada and Nortje.
But I just want to take you back to Nortje, that fourth over. I mean, 152, and every word what Harsha said was resonating with me. That over, 148, 151, 152, 152, 146, and he's flicked over fine leg for 4. Again, he's flicked twice over fine leg for 4, and then he comes back with a 155 ball and cleans out his stumps. That is the best cricket I've seen this entire IPL. It was breathtaking cricket. And Harsha said about the jungle, it's exactly right. You go there, you want to go and see tiger. You don't go and see tiger in the Delhi Zoo. You go to Kanha or you go to Corbett and you see them in the wild walking about. Then you know the majesty of what it's all about. And I'm so delighted that, pure, absolute, total pace control has had such a part to play. It was superb cricket to watch. It was amazing.
And Harsha, if you were to go to Kanha, in those 2 previous deliveries, the tiger was basically prodded. It was like, oh, you're a tiger, are you? Here you go. Here you go. And then the tiger responded.
No, man, you must be scared of fast bowling. Fast bowling, you must be a really good player to score runs against fast bowling. And we saw today Tewatia. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him. He's finished 2 matches very well. But this is international class. That is why this is the #1 tournament in world cricket. Because you are a Tewatia or you are an Uthappa whose probably best years are behind you, but is still on muscle memory trying to find his way through. But you're up against the best bowlers in the world. Ashwin, Rabada, Nortje. You're up against the best, and that's what makes this league so good. I mean, Joy is right. This was... some years later, you look at this game and say, okay, what happened in that game? But it had these little moments in them that were fantastic.
Yeah, we also had, we were talking about a captain having all this at his disposal. We had a different captain, remember? Shreyas Iyer falling badly, going off the field. Kudos to Shikhar Dhawan. He controlled everything well. But as we were saying, almost in jest, that I think anyone could have captained them. And you have, okay, who can I turn to? Rabada, Nortje, and Deshpande also turning up.
So we've got 4 bowlers we're talking about. Rabada, Nortje, Ashwin. And how good was Ashwin's early over? So Ashwin and Akshar Patel, but impressed with Tushar Deshpande because there's something about him. He's got pace too, and I think he's in an environment where pace is being acknowledged. How good were those Yorkers? I think there's a shift happening in this tournament. For the first 8, 9, 10 games, the Yorkers were not released from customs. They were stuck in immigration because they didn't have a COVID test done. They were stuck in immigration. Then a young fellow, okay, young in experience, from a town 400 kilometers out of Chennai starts bowling Yorkers, and suddenly someone signs on the papers and releases the Yorkers. Everybody's bowling them. There's something about the way he delivers. I would look at Tushar Deshpande. He's got something that not everyone has, that space. And the Yorkers are back in this tournament. The pace is back in the tournament. The fangs are back in the tournament. Batsmen, watch out.
Yes, and just a quick one to finish. Harsha used the word environment. Yes, environment of course does refer to what the likes of Rabada and Nortje are doing, but it's someone like Deshpande who'd feed off what he's seeing at the other end. He's standing a third man in fine leg and seeing that he has to sort of match up to these guys, and it's almost as if he's producing it to stay on par.
Absolutely. I mean, just look at it today. You saw, and who did you see the Yorkers for? Delighted to see the most Yorkers were bowled by who? Tyagi and Deshpande. And that's fantastic. Because see, there are 2 things about Yorkers. One is skill. The other is courage. Because the problem with Yorkers is that you miss it, you're bowling a ball which is a half volley. So a lot of Yorker bowling is about sheer courage, and it doesn't matter how much the batsman is moving, I'm going to keep it there. And that's why it takes a lot of nerve. And therefore, Kartik Tyagi started it, Deshpande finished it, and both of them are Indian bowlers. And in this terrific pace bowling of Jofra Archer and Nortje and Rabada, to see Indian 2 pacers stand up to be counted is fantastic.
Really, I mean, it was. I mean, Gautam, you know that your wife is from that industry. It was like being on the catwalk. It was like seeing one pacer after the other just coming, strutting and showing. There's Rabada. He comes and shows and walks back. As Rabada is walking back, Archer, the cool one, comes out. As Archer goes back, Nortje says, "Excuse me, 155 coming up on the ramp now." and there he goes up. Oh, it was an exhibition of fast bowling. So much fun. Only one bowler was missing today, and that was Jasprit Bumrah. But brilliant.